Hello. Today we're going to review how to connect Cognos Analytics to a Google Sheet using the Progress Data Direct Autonomous REST connector. This connector can be used to connect Cognos Analytics to any REST endpoint. So let's get started. The Google Sheet I'm going to bring into Cognos Analytics has some fictitious customer churn data. The first step is to publish the Google Sheet to the web. Since there's only one sheet, it's the same thing as publishing the entire document. I'm going to need this link in a future step in Cognos Analytics, so I'll copy and save it off. The next step is to restrict access. Since I'm the only one who's going to access this file, I don't need to change anything. However, should others need access, I'd add their IDs or their LDAP groups that they're in for easier administration. Now with these steps done, I can now configure Cognos Analytics to connect to this news source. It's time to create a new data server connection in Cognos Analytics using the information we just captured. Remember, we're going to use the Progress Data Direct Autonomous REST connection. The JDBC URL is partially formed for me, which gives me a good start. Next, I'll create a new sign-in. And let's give that a quick test. Great. The next step is to load the schema. There's only one table in the auto-rest schema that I need, so I'll select just that one. I'll load this schema, and then the next step will be to create a data module for us to load in a new table. Now that the schema is loaded, let's create that data module. We'll go to our new data server connection and load the schema that we just created. I can see from the table that my business data starts in the 5th column. I'm going to need to make some adjustments, and I'll do so using the SQL from the table that we just created to create a new table using SQL. Let's have a look to see what that SQL looks like. We'll copy that. And let's create a new table using SQL. Since we're using the first table from the loaded schema as our example, we know that the SQL is going to be well formed. Let's have a look to see what that looks like. As you can see, I've made some changes to the column names to ensure that they're friendly to my users who are going to do some analysis with this new table. And since I've created this new table from SQL, I don't need to expose the original table to my users, so we'll hide that. Now let's give this a try. I can see that all of the columns from the newly created table from SQL has everything that I'm looking for. Now it should be noted that as the data in the Google Sheet changes, they will be immediately reflected in this data module because there's a live link using the REST connector. With the data module now looking good, I'm ready to save it and I'm ready to start my analysis. I hope you found this short video on how to connect Cognos Analytics to a Google Sheet helpful, and will tune into future videos for helpful tech tips. Thank you.